I wish I had more time to post stuff right now, post videos, because of all the crazy stuff going on. More information is coming out about some of this trafficking stuff and these parties, the so-called elite, what a joke of a term, right? Have gotten into. For example, this one party that happened out in California. I don't know if it was just right outside LA or whatever, but Lady Gaga and other people were involved. And there was a black guy, I don't know if he was a model or something, but he was seen shirtless at this event, and he had this pasty white stuff on his body. I don't know if it was body paint or it almost looked like powder he had rubbed on, gotten sweaty and kind of rubbed on white powder or something. Interesting. But he was later found. Well, his body was found, and it was missing heart, lung, eyes. I don't know if it was missing his tongue or not. Yeah, what are these people up to? But so far, no progress has been made, no arrests have been made yet. Bought and paid for, including the cops, investigators, politicians, of course. Anyway, that was a while back. That's just one of the interesting things I've come across or come into more recently. I learned about it a long time ago, but recently it popped up again. I thought, you know what, I should talk about that. I should do a little bit of research and make a good video. But right now I have an opportunity to present one or two songs. I say one or two because that's all the new material I have right now, to someone in the industry, a record label rep, not an A&R person, someone who has a label and someone who's tied to further up the chain, has their own label, but this person also has ties into a big label. I've met different people over the years. I've met more flakes, more people who say they're going to do something and don't do it. For example, I talked to a manager at a Guitar Center. This was probably 15 years ago. And I said, "Hey, I'm recording this guitar stuff. I'd like you to make a drum track for me. You know how to do I forget the name of the different drum software that was out at that time. Of course, nothing came of it. I had his number. I stopped by his office. It never went anywhere. My guitar teacher, I met him at that same Guitar Center. And he was practicing one day, and I came up and said, "Hey, that was, really great. What were you playing?" And he said, "Blah, blah, I'm playing this." And I said, "Well, would you be willing to teach me? I'd really like to, please teach me." Basically I almost begged him. And he said, "I tell you what, show up next Monday at, I think around 11 a.m. And he said, "I'll be here." And next Monday, I was ready. I was there. And I walked up to him, and he said, "Oh, hey." And he said, "Yeah, I didn't think you'd show up." Surprise. So anyway, we'll see if, I can get these songs finished very quickly. I've been playing it, and my hand hurts. I had to stop playing because I recognize a potential injury there. So I can realistically play maybe about 6 hours a day. And it takes me about 50 hours to develop a melody after I've worked out all the underlying song structure, which on this latest song, I just started working on it last week. I've already developed most of the song, actually, including most of the melody. I'm working on getting that one done, and the other song that's taken me years. Literally over 2 years. I've been working on this other one. Probably 2.5 years now. What a pain. Anyway, I hope to be back posting regularly soon.